This week's Renaissance Man episode is a treat. The gentleman that I'm fortunate enough to interview today, I not only consider him a friend, an OG, a mentor, but also a CEO, a leader, a motivational speaker. This gentleman, I feel like embodies everything that this column, this podcast is about. Please welcome New Orleans' finest, Master P, to the show. What up, Colonel?
What's going on?
I appreciate you with the A+ setup right there. I feel like I know your crib so much. And
yes.
So I was hoping that you sat at the desk in the office, and I appreciate you doing that. That looks exactly like we got a lot to talk about today.
Yes. I mean, that's what it's about. Ownership is about us taking the front seat at the table. And like I said, we stronger together. We got to know that. And I don't want to be the only one sitting at the table. I want people to have their products and their brands and be able to sit at the table with me. And that is not only me, it's thousands of us now sitting at the table. And that's the way we change the poverty and the crime in our community.
Absolutely. And amongst other things, you're also a philanthropist. And frankly, first former NBA player to be a guest on this show. You're the first former NBA player.
Yes, that's history. You know, it's Black History Month. I got the New Orleans Uncle P fish fry. Nobody never seen this before. This is like the hottest item in the grocery stores now. And I mean, it's just a blessing, Jalen, to be honest, which is a blessing to be able to survive what we was able to survive. I know you've been through a lot coming up. I've been through a lot, and not being afraid to change and grow and get better. And I think that's what God has spared me for and spared my life in figuring out my purpose. My purpose is, like you say, to be a philanthropist. That's probably the most important job. Do you see all these products? The more we make, the more we give. Me and my son, Romeo, that's my partner, James Lindsay, with Rap Snacks. I mean, that's the mission we own. It's not just about us. All this is temporary success. And life is like a seesaw. It go ups and downs. But, you know, when you do right, God will continue to bless you.
And I'm a chip-eating fool.
Yes.
And I can't front. Being from Detroit, I grew up eating Better Made.
Yes.
Now all I eat is the little Romeo snacks.
Yes.
All day. All day.
And that's what it's about. You know what? I'm going to show you this something new. You see the icon, the Master P's coming, and then the Romeo. I mean, it's probably one of the. This is my favorite. The honey barbecue. Yes.
So whether it's in theory on the court, in the studio, or in a boardroom, what's the common thread that has allowed you to be successful?
Hard work and consistency. People don't realize consistency is the most important thing in life. If you want something, you know, you're an athlete. I'm an athlete. If you want to be great at something, you got to put the time in, and you have to know that you're doing something you love. People follow people that do something that they love and they talent. You know, so to be a true leader, to be an entrepreneur, to be successful in whatever you want to be in life, it's going to take consistency. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take sacrifice. For me, I tell everybody got 24 hours. When you sleep, I'm working. I'm going to outdo anybody that's trying to do the same thing I'm doing. If I know in basketball, if I say, okay, well, this guy, he's putting in 8 hours a day, I got to put in 10. I got to put in 12. That's the only way I'm going to get. I tell my sons that. I got two sons, one in the 9th grade, Mercy Miller, and one in the 12th grade, Hersey Miller. They both top talented basketball players in the country. But I tell them, I said, you know what's important with your career? You're going to have to be a dog. And just because of who you are, you're going to have to work even harder. But Steph Curry did it. I used to play with his dad. And so he had a little more than the average kids had. He didn't grow up in the project, just like my kids. But my kids, dogs, and they killers on the court because I raised them with a work ethic. Your work ethic is going to change. You got to do something you love. You don't do it for money. I was talking to my son the other day. He done narrowed it down to about like 6 schools. And, you know, we like Jerry Stackhouse. He's trying to turn that program around. So in making a decision, I'm saying Vanderbilt, you know, I mean, Stackhouse is one of them dudes. He's going to get deep into you, going to get real because he played the game. Mm-hmm. And so if you want somebody to have faith, I mean, we got LSU, we got all these schools, but what I like about Stackhouse, what I like about Stackhouse personally, but that's going to be my son's decision, is that Stackhouse is not going to hold his tongue. He's going to get out there and let you have it, but you got to want that, and that just make you better. I want people around me that's going to push me. But what I love about my kids, I told my son, I say, why you go so hard when you're on the basketball court? He said, Dad, because I want to protect my family name. I said, boy, you a dog. You a dog right there. Yeah. You know, because have that mentality to have everything that you have, and you don't worry about that. You don't work for money. You don't get up and go to, you know, you're an A student, and you're one of the top players in the country. And we're going to pick a school that's a good educational school, too, not just a basketball school. So, man, I just look forward, and I think in business, in life, if you want to be an athlete, own a company, you just got to have that drive to where you're passionate about what you're doing, and you're going to put the work in.
And also, you embody this as well as anyone. And I use this example a lot with George Foreman, how he was a fantastic heavyweight championship boxer.
Yes.
But he continued to reinvent himself over decades. And now young people just see him as George Foreman's grills. They don't even understand what he accomplished before then.
Yes.
The same thing is happening to you, sir.
Yes.
Screaming about it and talking about all of the things in the movies and all of the, you have so many #1 albums and so many artists on the charts at the same time. What has been your secret to your longevity, but also acknowledge what it takes for somebody to continue to reinvent themselves?
Well, I don't dwell on the past. So I live in the moment. I live in the future. I can't change the past. I only could change the future. I sold 100 million records, but that wasn't it for me. I'm like, okay, what do we do now? Like, life comes with ups and downs and challenges. So you have to be able to keep up with time. I think that's my greatest gift, just keeping up with time. Time don't wait for nobody. And like I said, just don't live in the past. Know that every day is a new day to fight to get better. And nobody's perfect. And I realized through my journey is how I stay relevant is stay connected to the people, stay connected to the community. And I think that's what keeps you at that level. And also thank God for the blessings. Thank God to just be alive and to be able to do what you're able to do. That's a blessing. So I think that's my key to success on keep being relevant, staying connected to the culture, the people, and just wanting to keep educating myself. I'm a student of the game. I don't care how successful I am. I'm always being a student of the game. And that's what I teach my kids. I say, you know, we even study you in my house as a player. I'm saying, man, this dude was a bad dude on the basketball court. And you play with anybody. You know, you would go to UCLA, go wherever, you play with whoever. If you see a basketball game, and that's the difference. I don't care how much money you had or how big you was in the league. When it's summertime, you playing, you love basketball and you love the people and the culture. And I think that's all it takes is I love my people. I want to see my people win, and I just stay connected to the youth in the culture.
You mentioned playing with Dale Curry when you were in the league, and you were a super successful rapper when you played in the NBA. What is your favorite memory of your NBA career?
Well, BJ Armstrong played with us in Charlotte, and he like, P, slow down, man. You know, we got 70-something guys. I'm like, man, look, B, I gotta outdo everybody. You know, it's like also when I played with Toronto with Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. I mean, I was around some incredible talent, but I connected to Charles Oakley because of his drive, and like he just kept it to the gut and kept it real. So me and him really connected. And I think my most memorable thing is just when I'm in a game, I go hard. Like the coach know that. Now, I think my music got me out of the league. And I want to explain that to this generation. Your past can dictate your future. You have to watch that. At that time, the NBA is not like it was this time. I'll probably be one of the top players in the NBA. The way I work, and they open for entertainment. Back then, it was just all strictly basketball. They don't care how much money you had, who you are, how many records you sold. Like for me to get on that court, and especially in Charlotte with Bob Bass, that was the GM at the time. He told me, he said, man, you're one of the best players I ever seen, and you work hard. But when I listen to your music is pure filth. That got me out of the league.
Oh.
And so, but they didn't have an open mind to it, and I can understand it. I picked the wrong, I'm in Charlotte, which was a Bible Belt city. It is. Yep. And maybe if I was in another city, Portland or something like it probably been all good. But that's how I go. But I didn't let that stop me, Jay. I just kept going, and I kept getting better. And I think that's what life is about. When you feel, that helped me, that motivated me. When you feel forward. I fell with my hands on and got back up and kept moving and kept creating things, kept coming up with ideas and building my company at the same time I was investing in my game as a basketball player. I learned how to shoot basketball in the projects with no lights. So I could shoot the ball anywhere. And that was the key. That was my gift. When I got on the court, I'm a scorer. I remember John Lucas. This was probably one of the most memorable things. John Lucas, when he was coaching, I think it was Milwaukee. All he said, because every night I'm scoring on somebody. He said, I train Master P in the summertime. Don't let him score. That's the only thing he said. He scored every time he get in the game. He put 2 and 3 dudes on me. I'm like, oh man, you my dude. Like, you gonna put 2 and 3 dudes on me so I can't. Guess what? I go straight to the basket on a foul. I got a free throw. I'm gonna figure out how to get to the bucket.
That's a great memory. Another gentleman who got buckets with those Hornets, our friend Boom Dizzle, Baron Davis, and you started negotiations to potentially purchase Reebok from Adidas. How did you decide to make this happen?
So for me, I'm always going after deals and bigger deals, and I wanted to show my culture that this is possible for us to do this. When me and BD got together, we was like, okay, we doing multi-million-dollar deals. What's the next level? Billion-dollar deals. And we don't think we could do that. And what we learned through this process that I want to educate the culture with, we know that we could buy a Reebok now through the debt, through banks. They don't teach us that in school. They don't teach us that. We only worry about how much money we have. Now we figured out something else. The guys been doing this. They've been doing this. Other cultures been doing this.
Preach.
And we figured out if we take this company, and it's other companies at the table too, but we at the top of the table with some of the biggest companies in the world. The thing is, taking Reebok and having a Black ownership in Reebok will change the game. We know how to make this cool. We know how to make the right products. We know how to tie the right athletes into this. So that's the easy part. But when it clicked to me, when we able to go to the banks and be able to fund a deal like this through debt, they didn't teach us that. They didn't teach me that in school. We didn't understand economics and banking. And now we know this. This is going to be easy. So this is one deal of many for us now. Now we know that we can do this. If they don't give us this deal, we know that we close right now. And if we don't get this, we know we're going to get something else. And we know how to do it. So it's educating us at the same time, knowing that we have to add some diversity into this whole financial game. When you talk about hedge funds and financial advisors, they put us to financial advisors, but we don't really know what they do.
Correct.
Most athletes and entertainers are investing their money in a penny stock and just be happy to get their money back after their career is over. We're changing that game now. We educating the culture, and we about to show them how we can acquire companies, multi-billion-dollar companies.
You're an American icon, and because it's Black History Month, I want to make sure I salute you. The theme for this episode is Black history is American history. who are some of your favorite figures from Black history and why?
Well, Martin Luther King got to be the first. Harriet Tubman, these guys with Harriet Tubman with the Underground Railroad board and Martin Luther King with what he done for our civil rights is incredible. What he fought for the people, putting us together in unity is incredible. I would say Barack Obama, what he done for us to experience that as a culture, to have a Black president and to live and see that. My grandparents always talked about that, but actually to be there and see it is incredible. Man, like those guys, and there's so many others, but right now, Muhammad Ali, gotta say Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, what he done.
Greatest of all time.
Yes, Muhammad Ali. Even though he was entertaining, he went out and fought for the people in the culture. And he always fought for the underdog. And he got out and did his part. He didn't sit back. He put his life on the line. He risked. He did whatever it took. People like that we could never forget. And man, like those are my heroes.
Those are great ones. We need to get Harriet Tubman on them $20 bills.
Yes, we got to. We got to.
I'm going to be doing snow angels in them things when they come out.
Yes.
We need that. And you also always making moves. I see the Miyagi's back there looking fresh.
Yes.
Teamed up with former engineer from Tesla.
You ain't never seen nothing like this. I'm just telling you, this is
that material.
Yes.
You can rock those all different kind of pants. Jeans, khakis, jogging pants. Oh, I see the material. Ooh.
That's all Italian leather.
Ooh.
And look, and if you want to get sporty, Jim.
Ooh.
We came a long way. I'm just saying you got to trust the process. So go to Mayati.com and then go get the gear at officialmayati.com.
Absolutely. Make sure y'all go cop that. And also, never done hustling and making moves. You teamed up with a former engineer from Tesla.
Yes.
To create the first Black supercar. Can you tell me the story of how this came together?
Well, we have a show called MasterPeopleReview.com where we put small business on in their products and we give them a 1 to 10, how we rate it. And it's a YouTube show that we do, me and my son Romeo. And we went to review this car. We gave it a 10 and we end up investing into this deal. And it's incredible, man, because I've never seen a person look like us, that talented. He's a genius when you talk about technology. And it's not just a car, because that's a supercar, that's an expensive car. But looking at all the other things, he had the affordable luxury SUVs and all these different type of technology that this guy has. I'm like, we have to celebrate this guy. We have to salute him, Richard Patterson. And to be a part of that is just history making.
Continue to keep me posted. But before I let you get out of here, I like to do a rapid fire segment that I call Gone in 60 Seconds, presented by Tri-State Cadillac Dealers. Let's get it, Master P. We chatted earlier about your negotiations with Reebok. Which athlete today is deserving of a signature shoe from Reebok that doesn't already have one?
Which athlete today?
I remember AI, he got a lifetime deal. I'm just naming some old ones while you think of current players that, once you and BD get this deal done, y'all gonna be
now with the NBA, what people don't know, a lot of athletes don't have deals right now.
Preach.
That's what you don't realize. A lot of them really don't have it. Right now, I raised DeMar DeRozan. I would want to put him in the shoe. I would want to put Saxon into a shoe.
He killing them in Cleveland. You see how he just shredded the Nets?
Yes. I mean, he's a monster. I would want to put, man, let me tell you something. It's so many new kids that we have now that that when you look at, you say they're not getting their just due because of time, especially the pandemic. A lot of these companies has lost, so you don't see the big super deals anymore. But let me see who I really. Oh, so the new kid that played with my son, he'll be in the league next year. I got to save this. If this deal go through,
yes,
I'm telling you, if this deal go through, Jalen Suggs, I'm gonna put the money behind him. I'm just telling you.
Whoa.
Jalen Suggs, he played with my son last year at Minnehaha. Hersey Miller and Jalen Suggs, they was the backcourt. I'm putting the bag behind him next year. I'm telling you, if this deal go through, that's what my bag going at. I watched this kid. I mean, he reminded me of AI. He just play hard. He's a superstar.
Now, Master P, you're showing your versatility and your genius, sir. That's the young man you do that with.
Yes.
You're exactly right.
Save everything for this kid. I'm telling you. Jalen Suggs, he would be the #1 pick next year, but I watched him. He is the truth. Talk about work ethic, talk about somebody that go hard every day. Even when he hurt, he gonna ball. He a superstar on and off the court. He care about the culture and the community. He's always in Minnesota, giving back, doing his part. He take care of his family. That's who I'll put the bag on if this deal go through.
And he got a superpower. His name is Jalen.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's my guy. How about this? You're from New Orleans.
Yes.
You guys have a football and a basketball team, but I think you guys need a baseball team.
Yeah.
What would you call the baseball team in New Orleans?
What would I call it?
Yes.
I would call it the New Orleans Rebels.
The Rebels.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. How about this? What's your favorite Master P song?
I could straight off the bat, my favorite song is Make 'Em Say because it just don't go away. It get the party started, it gets you ready. I tell people all the time, health is wealth. When I'm on I get up and work it out, that gets me in the mood. When I want energy, it gets me in the mood. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to take that, I'm going to turn that into an energy drink. I'm just telling y'all, it's going to be King Kong energy drink. That's what I'm going to do with it. I'm telling you, because I feel like everybody in the world could have that. Just thinking about this right now, that's what I'm going to do.
I love that. And obviously, we've been on lockdown with the pandemic.
Yes.
What's been your favorite pandemic purchase?
Oh, my favorite pandemic purchase is getting a home gym. Just really like getting my home gym on and saying, let me get myself together. And I really went hard in putting together a home gym because with the pandemic, you couldn't go to the gyms like you used to. So I feel like what's wealth without health? I'm investing into me. And that's been the biggest purchase for me during this pandemic, and just being able to share that time with your loved ones. You start realizing how short life really is, and you start being able to tell everybody in the house that you love them, and not sitting around. Me and Rome, we could say, "Man, I love you." You know, when my boys go, my girls go somewhere, I love you. I think that's what it's about. That's more important than anything in the world. I tell people all the time, you can't buy love and you can't buy respect.
And also, I've appreciated, and before I let you get out of here, I must say, thank you for being an amazing leader. Thank you for being a terrific father publicly and sharing your conversations with your kids. And tell Romeo I love him too. Every time I think I'm young and fly, I go to Instagram and he got the shirt off. And I'm like, you know what? I guess I'm still old and washed up.
Well, you know what? Wisdom is key, man. Wisdom is key. Like, and what I love about Romeo, like, he's growing. He's my business partner. He's getting better. None of us perfect, Jalen. You know that. And I think that's why God keep blessing us. We just keep trying to get better every day. And we want to share this, what we have, with others. Because it's not just about us. Like I told you, this is a temporary success. We after something bigger. And we know that if we do the right thing, blessings will continue coming.
And that's my final question. You've accomplished so much.
Yes.
Name one thing you have yet to master that you like to.
One thing that I have yet to master, I mean, when it comes to technology, I feel like I really have to, I want to be on top of that at a whole nother level. We talk about stocks and taking companies public. I'm learning that. I'm not afraid to say that I'm still learning.
Right.
And to be successful, you have to know what you're not. You have to know that you don't need to know everything. And that's the part that I'm on right now, is saying, not being afraid to reach out for experts and getting people that do know more than me and building my team and strategizing from there. I just think that's where I'm at. The technology part, when you look at this whole stock market thing, and a lot of people don't realize, a lot of people lose a lot of money because they don't know it, but they try to act like they know it.
Correct.
And I think that's what they don't teach us. So like I said, they learn economic and banking at a young age. We just getting this after being successful. Imagine if we had that at a younger age. And so I'm hoping that I can change that narrative with my kids and being able to pass that wisdom down from generation to generation. I think that's how we change the narrative. Because like I said, we done got out in the streets and we march and we protest, but where the plan of action at? And putting the people together to say, how do we build hedge funds? How do we do these things in the stock market that they know how to create wealth overnight? If you look at the guy that has Clubhouse, he was able to go raise $12 million. He did that in a matter of 3 months. Who could we go to do something like that? Because we're not educated with that.
Right.
So these guys form these circles, and I think that's what I got to get good at, forming these circles for us to be able to bring some of these great things to life. That, because they say the most treasure is in the graveyard. So we have to change that. Nobody could outbeat time. So while we're here, we got to be able to bring some of those things to action. So I think that's the one thing that I have to work on, looking at how they use this stock market, the way they take these companies public. We have to figure that out. And I'm not ashamed to say that that's something I need to work on. And I'm working on that part of it right now.
Well, if somebody can, it's you. Thank you for being an ambassador. Thank you for being a leader in our culture. Your intellect and your sacrifices are greatly appreciated. I love and appreciate you, my brother. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, my brother. Salute.